Leon Below here, Coach Leon at SouthShoreFit.com. I want to welcome you to our 30-day plant-based program. It's going to start on June 7th, so we don't have a whole lot of time. If you haven't signed up yet, we do want to get that taken care of as soon as possible. Today, I just want to go a little bit through why we're doing the program, why I think it's important, why it might be a good fit for you as far as where you're at on your journey in things as we go through. So getting started, the reason why I put together this plant-based challenge is because so many of my clients at my fitness studio in Rockland were very interested on vegetarian and veganism. And a lot of it stems from maybe something that they've read. It may have been a magazine article, or it could have been a Netflix. I know there's a few shows on Netflix right now that kind of talk about the vegetarian aspect of it. And what I found is that so many people, when they go about doing it on their own, they're not necessarily doing it the right way. And what I mean by that is a lot of times they load up their shopping cart with really expensive vegetarian and vegan production, like highly processed foods. And what we want to do, and what I teach with all of my clients from a nutrition perspective, is to eat as much whole, healthy foods as possible without adding those highly processed foods. So just because it's vegetarian and vegan doesn't mean it's healthy. Just because something's gluten-free or something's fat-free doesn't mean it's healthy. Usually the more processed it is, the harder it is for our body to actually absorb the vitamins and nutrients that we ultimately need. And that is ultimately why we're eating, is to get those vitamins and nutrients so everything's operating in our body properly. So part of what we're doing here today is teaching you how to do this process of eating plant-based properly so you get the most out of it. So again, the 30-day program, who's it for? It's going to be for people that are you're plant curious, meaning that you're not sure if you're vegetarian, if you want to be vegetarian or not, and it's just an experiment for you, so to speak, in terms of seeing how your body acts and reacts when you do this program properly. If you're just considering maybe that's the approach you want to get to as far as vegetarianism or veganism, which is a lot more restrictive in what foods you can have or not have. But I would say for the vast majority of people that I see doing this program, they're really just looking to reset the clock, their nutrition clock, if you will, in terms of being a little bit more thoughtful and thinking about what they're eating, because you're going to get some really, really fantastic results by doing this program, right? So ultimately, our goals and what you will expect to find at the end of 30 days is an improved and faster metabolism. Now, your metabolism being kicked up is going to burn more calories, and that means you're going to lose inches and you're going to lose body fat. Okay, so those things, it is a transformation challenge, so we are trying to affect change in your body in a very positive way, of course, as we go through it. Now, as we went through designing this program, we really had two main thoughts in mind. One is we wanted it to be simple and easy to follow. So no crazy recipes, no major hurdles that you need to jump. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, especially if you're not used to eating in this fashion, but it is easy to follow. And that's what we're showing here on the page is the success manual. I'll go through some of the other tools that we'll make available to you as well. So the second part is results, right? So obviously putting yourself into a 30-day challenge of any sort, you hope to get some results from it. Now, let me just caveat that too, in that I don't want you just having results in 30 days and then everything goes back to normal. I don't want you gaining weight back afterwards. Like long term, I want to be able to help coach you through that process. So you never have to diet again. That is super important in my opinion, and hopefully it is in yours as well. And so we have some strategies around that, whether you continue on the vegetarian path or kind of more just a clean eating, whole foods approach. We can help you with that as well. Anyway, so back to the challenge. What you get, we have a weekly meal plan. Actually, I'm going to flip this page over real quick. Let's see. These are going to be some of the assets that you get. So we do have a playbook and recipe guide that you can have right on your phone. So quick access to that. They're also in a PDF document if you want to download them. You can get your hands on that. So this would be the success guide download here. So as far as the nutrition, we have a full recipe manual with great recipes you're truly going to enjoy. You're going to have meal guides and grocery lists. So each week we're going to provide you with a meal plan and the associated grocery lists that go along with it. And then if you're following macros on there, each of the meal plans already has your macros broken out so you can kind of see where you're at from protein, fats, and carbs. Now that's a little bit more advanced. Nobody has to do that. It's kind of there as a nice to have if you're in that kind of more advanced state as it comes to nutrition. We also have a getting started right checklist. So that checklist is going to help make sure you're on plan and on point. A goal setting worksheet going into a 4-week or 30-day program like this, obviously having your end in mind. Like, what do you truly hope to achieve at the end of 30 days as a result of doing this work? Your measurements and personal commitment statement is just a tool, because if you don't write it down, that's one step of saying, I'm just going to try to do it. And you know what? Trying is great and all, but it's also making an excuse before you even got started and telling yourself, you know what? I'm giving myself an out. I'm giving myself a reason why I might fail at this, and that's okay. But a commitment statement puts it in writing just to yourself, just for yourself, so that you can stay impactful as possible. So this is the playbook for the success manual. You'll see the breakdown here as far as what we go through educationally about doing this again properly with good focus. So, talking about protein, obviously that's a big consideration when it comes to eating plant-based, as it's a little tougher to get to those protein sources. So we'll cover that. And then we break the program down into 5 phases over the 30 days to make sure, again, that your learning curve isn't super steep, and then you can really get into that. Quickly just show you the recipe guide. Hopefully this pops up here quickly. Good. So we got breakfast recipes. We've got salads and wraps. You got nourishing soups, Buddha bowls, other plant-based recipes. And then your meal guides and grocery lists are going to be here in this second playbook for you. So a lot of people obviously want to know, well, what's the cost on this? First off, to get registered, if you haven't already, you're going to southshorefit.com/plantpower. And then pricing wise, I've got a couple of different options for you. So option 1 is a digital download only. That digital download is going to give you the access to the program, 30-day email support. So it's pretty much all online. You're not necessarily going to be connecting with us directly, and that's okay. If you're a DIY type of person and you just want the information in the process, this is a great option for you. If that's what you want to do, hit the sign up. If you are a current member of our program, that's what you're going to pick as well, and then we will automatically upgrade you, given your current program with us, to that Ultimate Coaching Plus level, which I'll get to. If you don't have anything as far as working out or training, you can add our virtual boot camp. So that's your DIY plus virtual boot camp. And we will give you basically access to our on-demand library. So we have hundreds of 30-minute boot camp sessions with and without equipment. So a lot of options for you so that you can maximize the effect of your nutrition and partner that with a very successful exercise program that you can do on your own at home. You can take it to the beach, whatever. Like, it'll be on your phone. So as long as you have an internet connection, you will have access to that. If you want to take it up another level, and this is really where the results start to really get more to the guaranteed aspect of it, if you work it properly, of course, and that is adding your coach. So Megan is one of my coaches. She has been a vegan now for 7 years and super knowledgeable on the topic, can help you through kind of the highs and lows of doing this program, doing it properly. So you could do this with the virtual training, and then the Ultimate Coaching Plus takes you just into allowing you to come into the studio and do your workouts with us as well. So obviously that only makes sense if you happen to be, in the Rockland, Massachusetts area. So that's kind of your pricing on the program itself. Hopefully you guys are excited about taking on this challenge. If there's any questions that you have, simply let me know. Again, you'll want to register at southshorefit.com/plantpower. And then that'll take you to the sign up page to take that final step to get everything started. Again, we begin on June 7th. So we only have a couple more days. It'll be about a week away from at least the time I'm recording this right now. And hopefully you guys are excited. If you have questions, reach out to me. I'll put my contact information in here as well. And I really, really look forward to helping you out on this. Thank you so much.